I welcome all of you to today's video. And today I'm doing this video after a long period of pause. I know I had other tasks to do, and I really didn't feel kind of the calling to do a video. But today's full moon, and not exactly because today's 16th of November, and I felt this need to talk to all of you. I felt this call to let you know not to lose hope. So, at this point of time, with everything that is going around, with the job market situation, with the political situation all around, and everything that uh, is going around, there are people who really need this hope. Because hope is something that keeps us going. So today I want to tell you some things which happened in my life which are miraculous and unexpected, and that really gave me a lot of hope to believe in the impossible. So I will share one or two incidents with you all. And if you are wondering, like, really, if we have faith in the cosmos, if we have faith in God, if we have faith and hope that one day everything will be all right, I just need to go on doing the good job. And even if I'm not seeing the reward, even if I'm not seeing the result, but I should not give up and I should not leave having that hope. Is there a possibility for sure that there can be miracles? Are miracles even real? There has been many miracles in my life. Many things which does not have any logic. Then many things that were unexpected. So also, I have been a medium, or I would say, like, we have always heard this sentence or this statement that God sends help through people, right? So yes, I can share examples of where God sent help through people, and I can also share examples where God sent help through me, and I was like directly guided to go and do some tasks for some other people. So today I'm going to share with you 2 or 3 such incidents. Let's come to the first incident. It was the year 2006. Yes, 2006. And I was working in a company, and I was very young. I was working in a company which used to make videos on wildlife, and so they were filmmakers, and they used to make videos and films on wildlife. Okay, and I was one of the anchors, and also, I was their field staff, like assistant director over there. So I used to travel a lot to, different forests. We used to spend days in the forest, different forest, in order to capture the best of the shots of the wild animals. During this period, that one day one incident happened that was like so amazing, and it was so unbelievable. You might want, on hearing this, you might feel like it's so stupid of me to even like try that, but it really felt good. So one day, I used to stay alone in a place in North Kolkata, and because my workplace was far from my home, and for several other reasons. I remember one day I returned from a long trip after a tour. I returned, and that day I didn't feel like, because I used to work and most of the time I was out when I was in the city, not traveling. I did my own work. I mean to say, the household stuffs, the cooking, food, and everything. That day, after returning home, I was really not feeling like doing anything. And so I sat. I remember even the movie I was watching. I just played a movie and I sat watching that movie. And the movie was Born Free, one of my favorites. I love like animals, wildlife, and Born Free was a movie that I watched again and again several times, and I really never felt bored of this movie. So I was watching Born Free and I was looking at the clock. Okay, I was looking at the wall clock and thinking, okay, it's 9 p.m. I have to go and now make something to eat. Then I was thinking, okay, it's 10 p.m. And it was during the summer. So it was not the winter, it was summer, somewhere around, I guess it was May, June, okay, that period. So when it was 10:30 and I really didn't feel like making anything, I was talking to the Almighty and I was saying, I just said this, I remember, because I during that period, as a child, I just I imagined God as a feminine. So I was a great believer, I would say then. I had a lot of faith on Ma Kali. And even though I was not a worshipper, I never like used to make and do any rituals, light incense, or utter any mantras, chant mantras or anything. I just used to speak like normally I speak to my family members or anything, just like simply like that I used to speak, and I never even spent a lot of time speaking unless it was needed, and it was my need, of course. I remember I was like having a kind of an argument or kind of a heated complaint. So I was telling her, aren't you the mother, aren't you God? So if I am not feeling like cooking, aren't you supposed to take care of me? So I want you to send me. And I specified, it like gives me goosebumps, like I really specified some things that I need to eat, I want to eat. And those were like the prasadam or the bhog, kind of the food that we offer to God. In most of the rituals, when we offer something to God. So I stated specifically I need this Indian dish, khichdi, and that is specifically made for God. It's a different kind of a little bit, different. It has a different flavor and different consistency. So it looks different, it tastes different. So I specifically said like I want this kind of food and this and this and that. So either you send me the food, then I will eat and I will go to bed. If not, then I will sleep hungry. And then I will not even consider you as a mother or a God, because how you're a God if you cannot take care of my needs? And I, a child of yours, I'm not feeling like doing the work today. And I just for once, I'm asking you to take care of me and send the food. But if you cannot do that, then what kind of God are you? Time kept like passed on, like it was 10:30, it was 11, and I shied like, and I said to myself, what a silly thing to think. Why did I even ask something like this? It's so silly. Believe me, it was 11:30 and I was going to bed because the movie was over, of course, and I was going to bed. I was prepared for the bed. And suddenly there was somebody rang the doorbell. And then my heart skipped a beat. Like, who it might be at this point of time? My house owner, okay, used to live on the first floor and I was on the ground floor. And because I used to go out on tour, and every time I left, usually mid of the night or very early in the morning. So most of the times they never came like to meet me or like that. And I was very new over there. I never went to their place because only unless I had to pay the rent. So and I didn't know anyone over there because I was very new. I shifted new over there. I was wondering who it might be at this part of time, but it was a safe place because it was a house. So I went and I opened the door. When I opened the door, I found the landlady standing there with a plate which is covered with another plate. Okay, and that plate that she was holding was a metal plate, and what it was covered with was a kind of plate that is made in India for, often in during the pujas we offer food, and we offer the prasad and all that prasadam on plate which is weaved made by weaving leaves, dry leaves, so of banyan or sometimes other leaves. So it was that kind of plate. For a second, I was really confused what's going on. And when I opened the door and she said, "Oh, Aprajita, you're awake. Thanks God. Please take this." She just handed over the plate. And I said, "What is this?" She said, "Oh, there is a puja going on. It's a Ma Kali's puja is going on in the neighborhood. And somebody asked me to give you this." I was like shocked is not even near to what I felt at that point of time. She just left and I had my jaws dropped because I was new there. And during that time, I know that during winters, like around October, November, we celebrate Diwali, and that is the time when we, worship Ma Kali. I had no idea that there can be, like, people might be worshipping Kali during the summer season. And I was like, what just happened, kind of. I placed the plate on the dining table and then I closed the door and locked it. And when I turned the plate on top, I was like shocked. I was like, I couldn't, I was like so shocked that I didn't have, I believe I stood still looking at the plate for a couple of minutes. Because on the plate were the exact things that I asked for. And, well, it still gives me goosebumps, but why won't I then believe in God? Or why won't I, have faith in God when I have tested God so many times and each time, trust me, the result was history. The result was something so beautiful, so out of the world, that only kept restoring my faith. I have gone through a lot of thick and thins in my life, and most of the people who know me can't even imagine what kind of life I have led. Uh, Numerous times I had to leave my home. Numerous times I had to start from zero. And I have grown up in a family with people around, who have given me or taught me very tough life lessons. That way I would like to say, instead of saying that who were kind of abusive or whatever, because I'm grateful to them for all the experiences that they made me go through. But the point here is that miracles do happen. And later on, like the next day, I started wondering that usually Kali Puja is like the goddess Kali, we worship goddess Kali mid of the night, like around 3 a.m., 2 a.m., or very early in the morning. How come that somebody sent the prasadam for me at 11:30? So that is when I went to the landlady's house, which was just like on the first floor. And I asked her, "Auntie, who exactly sent this to me?" And at that moment, suddenly she was also confused and she said, "I don't know. One lady just gave me this and told me to, go and give it to you, the one who is staying on rent, And I asked her, "But was the puja over? Because I thought Kali Puja is during, mid of the night and all that." And she said, "No, the puja didn't begin at that time. It was even like a couple of hours after, when she got the food and everything. After that, the puja started." And she was so confused and she was like, "Yeah, then how come like they sent the thing? I don't know." And then I asked her, like, but the puja, Kali Puja is during winter, isn't it? And she said, no, it was actually someone did some mannat or some kind of dream they had about goddess Kali, and they were asked to do this puja. That is the reason they were doing this puja. So this is one incident which I think was very miraculous. Like, it was, every time I think, I feel like I cannot be more grateful to the universe. And even though I have gone through several challenges, but in every challenge, it was not me who only walked through all the challenges. It was the divine himself who walked along with me. So of course, destiny cannot be changed, but he, the one, never left my hand through all the challenges, and still now is always there. Let me give you one more example of one more incident that happened in my life, which still now I don't know how it happened. It was 2008, around January or February. And I was working in Birla Sun Life Insurance Company. And during that time, we used to have, you must, if you are working in a corporate, especially in a financial sector, you would know, during the month end or closing, which is usually on 30th or 31st of the month. Sometimes it extends, but usually it's during that period. We all are very busy, all the employees, the entire team is very busy, closing and sales and all those stuffs. And it sometimes, especially in financial sector, the portal is kept open to log in the cases and files and everything. And the closing is usually past midnight. And then they have, usually the companies organize a dinner, and after that the employees just go home. I remember it was, I'm sorry for the background noise, because I mean there's a lot of firecrackers burning. I don't know why, but I think some, like, the Diwali kind of mood is still there. So and my pet gets a little bit irritated during these kind of occasions. So I'm really sorry about the background noise. Thank you for ignoring that and bearing with me. So yeah, so what happened is that I remember it was a month closing, and just 1.5 months ago, I bought my first car. Okay, it was a Zen Estilo, a red Zen Estilo. I bought it, and how I bought it was again another miraculous story. But I'm not getting into this. I will tell you this one, which I'm talking about now. But I didn't know how to drive a car then. So I had hired one driver. He was a young guy, very young. I guess he was around, say, 19, 20 years old or 21. And I was a person who always, I still now love giving opportunities to people, new people. Because I believe, if people don't get the opportunities, how they will learn, how they will do mistake, how they will learn, and how they will contribute. And we never know what, skills are hidden in a person unless we explore. So he was a driver, and I remember that I went to the company. It was in Dalhousie, Church Lane, I still remember. So we had this monthly closing, and I asked him, he slept in the car. It was very cold, because I think it was January, or perhaps at best February, but I think it was January 31st. And it was very cold that year. It was very foggy and very cold. So he turned on the heater, and he slept in the car. And after having dinner, because the dinner was arranged in the office, so even for the drivers and all that, so he slept in the car. It was very early in the morning, at around say 5 a.m. or so, or maybe perhaps a little bit. Yeah, it would be around 5 that I thought, okay, now I can return. So I was trying to wake my driver up. I was knocking on the glass window. But he was sleeping, he was in such a deep sleep that it took me a while to, wake him up first thing. And he just woke up as if like he was, and looked at me as if I was in his dream, kind of. He, as if like he was very sleepy, I mean to say. And it felt like as if he didn't know what was real going on, and he was awake and all that. So I told him, you do one thing. His name was Sanjay. I told him, Sanjay, just go and wash your face and have a cup of tea, and then we can go. And he was very adamant, no, ma'am, I can drive. It's okay. I said, okay, at least go and wash your face, and then, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. So I said, you are very sleepy. You look very sleepy, and we have to return. The distance was, I think, around 10-11 kilometers up to my home. I said, like, we have to go there. It is 10-11 kilometers. It's not the other lane. So go and wash your face and have a cup of tea, and then we can go. But he was very adamant. It's okay, ma'am. I can do, ma'am. And I don't know what happened to me for a moment. I said, okay, do one thing. Just go and wash your face. He washed his face. I said, give me the key of the car key. He gave me the car key. And it sat on the driver's seat. And I said, okay, sit beside me. Let me tell you that before that, how much I have learned. I had never experienced driving a car with, the clutch, accelerator and brake. What I learned before that, I spent like maybe 1 hour or so with one of my friends, learning to, I was sitting beside him, that too. He was in the driver's seat. I was beside him. And he taught me to, control the steering. That's all. So I had no experience of learning how to drive or driving as such. But that was the first day. I said, you sit beside me and I will drive. Within seconds, his sleep was gone, and he was looking at me or staring at me with big, wide eyes, as if like I'm an alien or I'm saying something so absurd, kind of. And his face was white, like turned pale, like, what is she talking? He asked me, but ma'am, you said you don't know how to drive. Do you know how to drive a car? I said, no, I don't know how to drive a car. But today I will drive and take the car home. And he was like, it's okay, I will go and have the tea and then I will drive. You don't have to do that. I said, no, it is decided, I will drive. And for all of you who know how to drive a car, so you know very well it is impossible to drive a car without experiencing and practicing this clutch brake timing, right? But I drove the car that day from Dalhousie to my place, which was approximately 10 to 11 kilometers away. And yes, I stopped a few times. And throughout the journey, because it was early morning, there were people pulling carts, carts pulled by people. You can imagine the kind of a lot of crows and dead animals on the street, and some lanes were very congested with rickshaws and all those stuff, as you can see in, or you used to see in, small lanes of Kolkata. Throughout the journey, all the way to my home, Sanjay was he was so afraid that he sat still, stiff, and that day was a lesson for him also. But more than him, it was like I didn't even know how to drive a car. And when I reached home, I gave him the car key and I said, okay, park it. He said, ma'am, so from tomorrow do I need to come? I mean, you know how to drive? Like, will I be losing my job? I said, no, I don't know how to drive. I'm sure that if I try again, I will not be able to drive the car. And after that, I really wanted to learn driving. and it took me so long to learn. I literally was not able to drive. I couldn't even, like after a couple of days I tried, but I couldn't even roll the car. Like it took me a few times to even roll the car, because every time I, press the clutch and then the accelerator, the car would stop. And all of you who knows how to drive can completely relate to what I'm saying. And yes, later on I did learn how to drive. I drove from Bangalore to Kolkata alone, like I was a single driver, and I drove for 23 and a half hours without non-stop. I wish I could have done 24. That was my dream, but my little daughter and my mother, they were like very exhausted, so I had to stop while returning to Kolkata from Bangalore. That's not the point. The point is I did drive the car without learning how to drive, and the next day I was not able to drive again because of course I didn't know how to drive a car. So does it sound like a miracle, or is there any explanation? I would love to hear from you. Like I am open to all kind of possibilities, all kind of opinions, and absolutely open to all of your opinions and comments. Please feel free to do so. So these are two examples of miracles that happened out of numerous that keeps happening. So I would say never give up hope. Miracles keep happening, always happens. And where God sends help through people, okay, I will give you an example of how He sent help to people through me. It was year 2019 and around 2019, I guess, if I'm not wrong, or maybe a little before, maybe in the beginning of 2019 or perhaps 2018. So I was asked to start a project. It was a project wherein, kind of a business project, wherein I formed a company and I employed a few people. I had spent almost a lot of money in this company during that time, from my pocket, of course. And I was told to do this to support. I won't get into these details because it is not me, even though, and the money was not mine in the first place. I mean, it is always the Almighty who has always given me the opportunities, who has given me the guidance to, do what I have done in my life, in my career, and I have earned that money. But I was not born with the money, so it was never mine to say. But I hope you can relate to what I'm trying to say here. So all the money I put there in that project and opened up company and employed a few people. I don't want to get into that, like details about who the people were, but they were mostly like physically challenged people. And I have earned a lot of, guidance and advices from my well-wishers, of course, that when you are starting something, instead of, being so kind to people and thinking about people, doing good to people, you should focus on the business and the profit. I only told them that this is just a project. This is not a company, or this is not a business that I have started. I will start a business later. Like, that is what I told them. And believe me, there were so many people have got help during that period. And I was told to do that. Did I lose money? Yes, I did gain a profit as well. I mean to say, I did make money. I reached a break even, but then I had to close that because the purpose was done. Many people would think, what a foolish thing to do. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, call me a fool, I don't mind. But I know what I was told to do. And I know that I did something that I was asked to do, and that did contribute and help some children of God who were supposed to get help from Him and who deserved this help, right? They didn't even realize that it was God helping them. They didn't even realize that the opportunity and everything. They didn't even realize why would a newly opened company suddenly call a blind guy to come and work for them and tell them that, okay, please come and work and do telecalling wherein, like, he hardly could contribute and do anything at this stage, at that stage. But he needed that hope, he needed that support until he could again regain his strength and find balance in life. And God sent that help, God sent that opportunity. It was only that I was not supposed to tell them. And today I have been asked to tell. That is the reason I'm sharing with you all. You never know how God sends help. There are numerous other examples where because I know it, because I was told to go and help them. I was told to, specifically told that you will, like, I received these messages. Today you will find a woman who is standing at the, gate, like the main gate of your complex. Please go and give her a lift because she is going to a doctor. She is not well. I mean, and I do it. I do all those things. And yeah, you all might feel like I'm crazy. It's okay. It's okay. Because I have not come with anything. I will not leave this reality, or which is an illusion again, with anything. But if I am here with a purpose, so this is my purpose. And I'm very happy to follow my purpose. And, I'm very grateful to God to be the chosen one, that He chose me. And I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very proud of the cosmos, and I'm so grateful that he chose me. So all of you who are watching this video, and if you feel like somebody else also needs to watch this, you feel free to share or don't. But all of you, have faith. Just keep going on. Your only work in life is to understand yourself, strengthen yourself, have faith in yourself and in the cosmos and Almighty. Just keep going and doing the good work. Everything will be resolved. Everything will fall into place. Yeah? Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Everything will be well. If you don't see a way now, leave it. God will come and walk with you through all the difficult times you are going through. He will make a way for you, for sure. Don't worry. Just have faith. Have trust that you are a beautiful person. You are a beautiful soul as created by God. I mean, you are created by the Almighty. If you are not powerful, who else is? Believe in your own power. Believe in the Almighty. Remember, you have the power to change your life. Just you need to keep going. I hope that my words and this message could help even one of you. I would consider my job done. Thank you so much for listening to my blabbering and all these things. Stay blessed and keep going, keep doing the good job. I'll see you again soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. APARAJITA here, signing off for today. Bye. Take care. Stay blessed.